Damar Hamlin, who had cardiac arrest on that Monday night game, the safety for the Buffalo Bills, continues to show some improvements. He remains in intensive care in critical condition, but there are signs that he is improving slowly but surely. Again, he's expected to remain in intensive care as they continue to monitor and treat him. But the good news is there are some positive signs. As small as they may be, they are positive signs. Well, the Browns and pretty much every other NFL team dealing with getting ready to play a football game after that. Nick Chubb, David Njoku, Kevin Stefanski talked about getting ready to play given what they saw Monday night with Damar Hamlin.
Yeah, I mean, it's a crazy situation, just overall, it's tough to even talk about. So for now, we're all just praying for him and hoping, he comes out of it soon.
You never think things like this happens until it happens, so it's hard to just, have like a game plan off, the rip of what we can do. I mean, yeah, no, it's tough. It's tough, and I don't know all the information that was done, I just hope that everything will be okay.
Sending our best wishes, sending our prayers to them, because that's what we can do right now. So it's our players are all processing. I think all of us are in different ways. We have people here for them should they need anybody to talk to. But again, tough times for this young man, and we're obviously pulling for him.
So welcome in Jeff Risdon from BrownsWire.com. And Jeff, because games are on TV, you tend to, these are humans. If you go into locker rooms, you realize that. And TV doesn't show just how physical and how violent that sport is. So I get why everybody is a little pause for concern.
Absolutely. And that's one of the things that I think people who do what we do and have more exposure to the guys behind the scenes and see them with their families and see them, hanging out and being people, not just football players or athletes. I think it's hit us harder than I think it's hit the general public. And it's been a very tough week for us to work. I know, look, I cover the Browns and the Lions. They're not related at all to this. And it's been like both of those teams are really somber. Like there's a pall over everybody right now. And it's, Tuesday morning, I'll admit it was really, really tough to motivate myself to do anything that day other than just think about what I saw the night before and process it all. As somebody who's had, I've been a heart patient in the Cleveland Clinic before. So I'm especially sensitive to when things like this happen with the heart. And mine was thankfully nothing as serious as what his was. But it is something that I'm glad that is taking the weight. And it is showing the humanity of the players and the people who behind the helmets and under the helmets and under the pads. And it's showing that to more and more of America that I think was a little, I don't want to say skeptical about it, but I think that they had forgotten a little bit that there is some humanity involved in the game. And it's terrible that it's taken such a tragedy to make that happen, but it is kind of cool to see. And it's also cool to see all the fan bases, everybody pulling for this guy. By all accounts, a great guy. I've never actually met him. I feel kind of bad. He was at the combine. I didn't even stand in front of his podium when he gave his talk. So it's been a very long week with this, and I'm glad to hear that he's doing better. It sounds like some of the things that he's going through medically are very positive in terms of getting unintubated. I think they call it extubated, and being flipped over onto his stomach, which relieves some of the pressure from the fluid in his lungs and things like that. Those are all very positive signs. We're just hopeful that he can get out and resume as much of a normal life as he can once this is all done.